Hey guys, and welcome to another special edition video. Today I will be doing a Valentine's Day special for my patron at my Patreon page, who requested me to draw a really characteristic pairing of Harley Quinn and Joker. And I personally decided to mix up a bit of manga with styling from the Batman series TV show, and just keep that design for Harley and Joker, because this is the pairing and their look I personally preferred the most while I was growing up. Since I'm living in Serbia, somebody had an impression that I was living in America. No, I'm not living in America. So I had no luxury of owning some of these comics and see how these designs were changing throughout the years. So I only had Cartoon Network for a while I was a teenager, and from there I saw this design and this pairing, and I fell in love with them instantly, because I think they are the best couple in the comic book history ever. Exactly because they are so complex as people, and they are actually having this some sort of a love-hate relationship. I decided to zoom in, to make a faster and shorter video for you this time, because a lot of you have asked me to make the videos a bit shorter. If you want me to make videos that are longer, for you to be able to observe them and see every part of the drawings, please leave a comment below on how long you think my videos should be, if you were trying to replicate the drawing or just maybe observe and get some tips from it. Should it be like an hour, 2 hours, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? I'm here to listen. So this time I am doing a shorter version of my videos, where I show to you my work process and all the tools I am using for this particular drawing. This is something where I went all the way with my tools. I'm using extremely expensive tools because my patron is very supportive of me on my Patreon page, and they requested the best possible quality, and this is what I'm trying to provide for them. And I was using some of my favorite tools. I might even tell you which of them I prefer using the most. For example, the black marker I'm using in this video is actually a brand called Pilot. It's my personal favorite Japanese brand, and that's a two-way marker that actually has a black and a gray end. I'm also using COPIC markers, which are also very expensive, and a lot of you have asked me for cheaper alternatives. I always tell you that you can use watercolors to get the same effects, but I'm using these expensive tools because as somebody who draws a lot every day, we need a short amount of time for tools to dry, and just expensive tools, professional tools, makes it easier to make more drawings in a shorter time. So that's really important for somebody who's a professional illustrator. As for the other tools, I was using some Japanese white inks, for example, Deleter White 2 and Copic Opaque White. These are also fantastic. You'll see me fixing up mistakes and just adding white areas on the drawing with those. For example, this little mess up I did. So I used paintbrush and some white out, and voila, it's gone. So yeah, my favorite tools are expensive, but you can also find cheap replacements in many of my videos. As for today's drawing, as you can see, I always have this problem with filling in areas with Copic markers. They are easier to draw with because they are easier to dry, but to get a consistent flat surface is almost an impossible mission. That's why I add some darker shades and some textures so that everything looks more natural, more even, and just controlled, but having enough beautiful details and just a lot of the character, especially because I adore Joker's striped scat suits from these series. I don't know if you guys remember these. You can also leave a comment below about who your favorite design for the Joker is. I definitely loved the Heath Ledger version as well, and you can tell me all about your favorite Joker and Harley versions, whether it's the new upcoming Harley and Joker from the Suicide Squad movie or maybe some comic book version. And of course, their love would never be the same without them trying to kill each other constantly, which is something that's also a comic relief, but an actual trouble with real life relationships, because, well, not practically, but yeah, there are times when you love somebody so much but they get on your nerves so fast you really want just, yeah, I don't know, to explode. But yeah, don't take it like literally. That's one of the reasons I really love this demented duo, because they're both insane, they're both so funny, and yet they're both such complex people, smart, educated, intelligent, and just unpredictable. That's what I like most about them. And as you can see, I'm using the classic manga trick to paint completely black some of the areas which are completely behind the characters, and I don't want them to interrupt the characters themselves or just their design. And of course, a lot of hearts, an explosive cake bomb, and some white lines, which are very important for the main parts which I want to emphasize and put out there, so that the Joker looks a bit closer to the eye and Harley standing behind him. Hope you like what I made.